Hi there, hope you're doing well. I would like to welcome you to today's demo of Astro Manager. My name is Anil and I'm the founder of Astro. So let's kick off. Astro Manager, very similar to Playtomic Manager, allows you to manage the venue, ports, and other settings. So in today's demo, we'll just quickly go through what Astro Manager does. So as you can see, you can log into Google over here. Shouldn't take too long. Everything is safe and secure through Google Cloud Platform. So this is the home page. As you can see, there are a bunch of tiles, but I've tried to make this as simple as possible. And yeah, let's maybe kick off over here. So you can see this is our drop down for venues. So as a user, you can have multiple venues. And in this case, I've created one called Kotuba Paddle, which is actually down the road from me. I'm just going to select that. Then let's go to settings. So settings is where you configure your venue and you can manage other details. So over here, I've obviously named it Kotuba Paddle, my number, and the address. So you can, if you're not comfortable with that, you can simply type in Kotuba Paddle and you'll see Google Maps will pick it up for you. So if you change the address or anything, just make sure to click that button over there. If you have any images for your venue, just go ahead and add those images over here with the plus button. When you create a new venue, by default, these three images will be created. But I highly encourage you to add your own images to give your venue a unique identity. Then coming down over here, you can set general hours. So generally it's 6 to 10, but you can make it anything that you want. So let's do it 5 to 9 o'clock. However, if the general time zone worked out, you can also customize the time. So for example, if it's public holiday, you want to start at 5 or maybe close a little bit earlier, you can go ahead and do that. It will automatically save. Then here at the bottom, we've got banking details. So I'll mention this in the session, but when you do want to cash out, so money going back to you, then just simply place your banking details over here. But more on that in a second. And then finally, facilities. So if there are any facilities that you want your customers to know about, you can simply tick it and it will update accordingly. Cool, so that's just the venue, but let's talk about the ports itself. So over here, I've already got pre-configured ports. You'll notice that they are named specifically, and you'll see why in a second. So you'll just add your ports over here. So if you want to add another port, you can say port 5, whatever it is. So let's say indoor, it is doubles, and it's panoramic, and you can set the amount. So let's say 600 an hour. You'll see it will automatically update over there, and you can set whether it's active or not, so whether it will appear on Astro, the client app. Right now, I'm not interested. I just wanted to leave this. That was just for demo purposes. So that's it. Our port is, our venue is now set up, and we are almost ready to go. Before we go, let's go to bookings, and I'll show you a really cool thing that we've been working on. And Astro is designed to work seamlessly with Playtomic. So you've got this little button here called Link to Playtomic, and it will ask you for some details. So let's maybe jump to Playtomic Manager quickly, and let's take it from there. So assuming that you are the admin for Club, please log into Playtomic and note down this tenant ID over here. So you can simply copy that, paste it over here. Now, before we click any further, we need to create a user for Astro Manager. So how we do that is go to Settings, Club Admins, and then Add Admin over here. I'm just going to say Astro Manager. You don't have to select a role. And Astro Manager's email address is fortifieddevteam@gmail.com. Please note that this will be updated in the future. Email notifications you can leave as is, but permissions, please make sure you uncheck everything and please select only schedule or view and edit. This is the most important step. Astro is not interested in your customers or your income statement or anything like that. We're purely just here to synchronize bookings to and from Playtomic. So go ahead and add that. You should get an email that comes through to this email address. So if we go to the email here, you'll see that now this email address is now admin for Katuba Paddle. So what does that look like? Well, let's log in. So I'm going to log in to another instance of Playtomic Manager. Here. And you'll see it loads up Katuba Paddle. And you'll see that we actually have a booking there. But you'll see all the other options, including settings, is now not available. And this is by design because you don't want Spotify to have any, Astro to have any other control apart from for viewing the bookings and making edits. Cool. So that's been set up. And I'd just like you to note that we do have a booking here at 8 o'clock for court 1. This will be important in a second. Cool. So now that the user has been set up in Playtomic Manager, we can go ahead and add this email over here. So Spotify dev team at gmail.com. And I know the password, but Playtomic will prompt you to create a password for that particular user. So if you just click here to link Playtomic to Playtomic Manager, you'll see that everything was successful, and then you can just simply click sync Playtomic bookings. Now the reason why we do this is because we don't want to have double bookings for Playtomic or Astro. So in this way you can still have Playtomic running in the background, and if your users so choose to use Astro, they can use it without any worries about double booking, and especially you as a venue manager, double booking over existing Playtomic bookings. But you may be wondering, what if I make a booking on Astro? How does it appear on Playtomic? Well, that's a good question. So let's click anywhere here, or you can click here, or you can say new booking. And I'm going to select today's date. I'm going to select the time, let's say 3 o'clock, and the duration will be 60 minutes. It will show you all the ports that are configured on Astro, which should synchronize to Playtomic. And let's just choose port 2 for argument's sake. I see that over there. So let's just choose myself over here. And you can add whoever else if you want, but I'm just going to choose that player over there. So I'm going to click create booking. And what this is going to do, it's going to create a booking in Astro Manager, and it's going to appear over here. However, because of our integration to Playtomic Manager, we can now see that booking over here in Playtomic Manager, and it is that guy over there. Sorry, this one's an old one, so I'm just going to delete that guy over there. Cool. So now you know that this slot is booked out for Astro Manager. So now if I want to book over this slot, I can't, because Astro is taking that slot. So from Playtomic's perspective and from Astro's perspective, those two slots are taken up. So it's synchronized across. Cool. I think that kind of sums up the booking, but let's see what happens on the client side. So I'm just going to load up an instance over here, and you can see that I've logged in with my user, and Katuba Paddle comes up over here. So it'll prompt me to pay. So let me go ahead and pay. So while that is happening, you'll see that we'll get a confirmation over here, and we'll get a confirmation email over here as well. So let's go to my email address, and this is the confirmation email that you get as a player. It'll have all the details necessary, so including the report, the time, and the duration as well. Great. So now that my user has paid, you might be wondering, well, how do I get that money as a venue manager? So we've got a menu for that, and it is under payments. So over here, you can see that user, well, you don't see that user, but you know that an amount of 100 Rand came through, and you'll see total payments, and you'll see the fee for Astro Manager. Now, please note that the fee for Astro Manager is 2.5%. And you'll see it is quite transparent over there, and we can obviously negotiate for that. Note that there are no subscription fees. So we don't believe in that, and we just use it as a pay-per-use model. So you save a bunch of money in that sense. Now, if you want your money back, go ahead and click request cash out, and it will show you the amount that will be paid to you after the fees. Simply click confirm. Remember the banking details that you supplied. An EFT will be made to that particular account. Now, just to confirm, this is the email that I get, which says it's a cash out request and for the amount that's specified together with the banking details. Alrighty. Now, the last part is still a bit of work in progress, but this is a bit of reporting that we try to do as well to give you a bit of insight into your players and how your courts are being used. So over here, you can select the date range, you can select where your bookings are coming from. So ideally, it should be more on the Astro side, but you can see that we do indeed have one Astro booking and one Playtomic booking. And for those bookings, I see that Hybo 9000 is quite a popular player. So he's maybe somebody that you'd want to try and target and incentivize. Over here, the court distribution. You can see that court 1 is the one that we've been choosing. So naturally, it will come up as the most popular court. There are some other things that I do want to add in the future. So more on the payment side, just to understand your payment flows. But yeah, that is for future iteration of Astro Manager. And on that note, that concludes the demo of Astro Manager, as well as a little bit of Astro, which I'll show in the future demo. But I hope you enjoyed that, and if you have any questions, well, I'll be in the session. So thank you very much.